How's it going? This is Hoiman, and today we're taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Bikel Yellow figure. So this is the front of the box. Because it's a web exclusive figure, there is no window to see into the figure itself, but you do get a nice illustration of the figure. And then moving on to the side, a nice outline of the figure, the other side, and top, and then the bottom, and then the back, which shows the actual figure and then the different poses you can do and all the accessories he comes with. And down here is some Japanese legal stuff. And to open the box, you simply just lift open the side flap, and then just slide out the figure like so. So firstly, you do get some instructions just showing what the figure comes with and how to operate the accessories. Pretty self-explanatory. And then to open the figure, you just simply lift open the front cover, and there we have the figure all together with its accessories. So here's the actual figure itself, and again, because it's S.H.Figuarts, it has a very nice sculpt. The paintwork is very clean, and a nice use of metallic paints is also a very nice touch. So yeah, all the black is all matte finish, but the silver and the yellow parts are nice metallic, which really adds to a shine. Same for the red and green. And you can see all the details in his chest, how clean it's all painted on, and just how shiny the overall figure is. And you can even see all the sculpting in the lines for the mechanical suit. So just a very nice figure overall. And this piece of the holster itself is also die cast, so it adds a bit of weight to the overall figure. And then the visor itself is a translucent black, so you can see the eyes underneath. And then the visor is on a hinge as well, so you can move that up to expose his eyes, which are painted in a nice metallic red. Just overall very nice looking. For articulation, the neck is on a double ball joint, so you can look down about that much, and you can look up about that much, which isn't a whole lot. That's the most you can get. And then you can tilt his head side to side and also twist. And I already mentioned the visor is on a hinge. And then the shoulder itself is on a ball joint, so that can rotate around the torso however you want. And then the shoulder pad itself is on a hinge, so you can move that out of the way to not get in the way of articulation. So you can bring his arm out about that much, and then you can go forward, backward, and then there's also a swivel in the bicep. And he's got double jointed elbows, and then the ball jointed wrists. And then for torso, because of the wheel that's designed into the torso, he only has one ball joint for the waist, and that's down here. So you can lean forward about that much, lean back, and then side to side and twist. And because of the wheel, he is pretty much restricted in a lot of his movement for the torso. And then for the hips, they're on hinges, so he can bring his leg out about that much, but because of the design of the thigh, it does hit against the waist, so it's really restrictive. And then going forward as well, it also hits against the waist, so again it's pretty restricted. That's the same going back. And then he's also got the thigh swivel, the double jointed knees, and then he's got the hinged ankles. So you can go back that much, forward that much, and then you can also twist and swivel, and then he's got the toe hinge. So for the most part, he still retains all the articulation you'd expect a Figuarts figure would have, but because of his mechanical design, especially with the wheel in the torso, he does have a lot of restricting in his articulation, but for the most part, you should be able to get all the poses you'd want the figure to do. That's the figure. Let's take a look at the accessories. For accessories, the figure comes with a pair of fists, which come on default in the packaging. He comes with 2 hands to hold his weapons, 2 more hands to hold his gun, a pair of hands to just hold items, and 2 open palmed hands. And then he also comes with the gun itself. It's painted in a nice gunmetal metallic paint. You can see how much detail there is in the sculpt work. And then it's got this nice metallic yellow around the edge. And then the handle itself is on a hinge, so you can move that about to switch forms. And the gun itself can slot into the holster, like so. But because this piece is metallic, it is worried that I do advise that you don't put the gun in too deep, because it can get a bit stuck and hard to get. And because it's die cast, there is the fear that it might chip off some paint. So I advise you to slot the gun in just barely halfway, and that looks fine overall, and it's easy to get out. He also comes with his 2 weapons, which is just the handles overall. And again, it's a nice use of metallic paint for the silver, and you can see all the sculpt work in the detail. Just how much detail there is in something so small. And then you got the trigger itself, but it doesn't have any movement at all. And these 2 literally just slot into the back of the figure. So you can see there's a hole here. So you just line it up with the black circle, and then just slot them in like so. And that's how you store away the weapons. And then he comes with the pair of swords, or the batons. And again, it's similar to the handle, but it just has the extended blade part. And these can also be removed from the handle. And that's because you also get an interchangeable handle. And this is to combine both the weapons, like so. And then finally, he comes with this sort of medic sort of thing. I don't remember what it's called. But again, it's very small, but again, it's just a lot of detail in the sculpt work. And you have the nice black paint there. And then the whole body itself is painted in a nice metallic gold. So it's very nice overall. So my final thoughts are, if you're a huge fan of this character or the show, then I highly recommend this figure. But because he is a web exclusive, the price of him is on the steeper side, and by the time of this video, the figure has already been out for quite a few years. So the price has gone up quite a bit since its regular release. And because he is quite restricted in his articulation, it can be a bit underwhelming. But again, if you're a huge fan of the show and this character, then I can definitely recommend picking this figure up. That's my review. Thank you for watching, and enjoy some pictures.